Oh, so Buffett, yo, getting ready was like the biggest mission for me because I don't know where to put what. You don't know where to put your rescue pack, where you put your lamp. Like literally every day, I would struggle. I have to look for my boots. Someone stole my boots. Like guys, it was a mess. And then I had to run. Okay, now I have to run and get into the just before you get into the cage, there's some facial recognition that you need to go. That thing wouldn't recognize me, guys. Yo, flip, man. Like I didn't yo, I ain't kind of but that's when I realized we are live. All right, so it's a buffet to welcome to yet another segment of Rolling with Nator. Yep. Thank you so much for subscribing, man. We now over 600 subscribers. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Thank you so much, buffet to nyabonga. All right, so today I'll be talking about the importance of work. I'll just be talking about Verquake in general because most of you guys ask me that because you guys send me a lot of emails and unfortunately I cannot reply immediately, but I do reply to those emails. So yeah, keep on sending them. If you have any questions, whatever, I'm more than willing to help. And I'm more than willing to direct you to other people who would be willing to help as well if I cannot help you with something, because I do know certain people in certain industries as well, so I'll be able to direct you to the relevant people. So yeah, keep on sending those emails, man. It doesn't even matter from what field you're on. I will be able to direct you to a specific person if I know a specific person that can help you with that specific query you might have. Right. All right, cool. So, most of you guys asked me a question because on my previous video, I spoke a lot about how important Verquake is, or how important it was for me, and how it sort of laid a foundation for me, and it sort of gave me an expectation while I was still in varsity. So, totally, Verquake is extremely important. Um, Now, one thing that you guys, because a lot of people ask me, like, how did you get Verquex, boo? What must I do? Must I go to the company? Must I send them an email? How do you go about it? Now, obviously, most companies offer Verquex to their business, right? So, say for example, I have a bursary with DBS or Anglo Gold American, no, Anglo American, sorry, Anglo American or Sibanye or any of these companies. Obviously, they would offer such opportunities to their bursars to say during holidays like December, June, whatever, they can come and do in-service training, right? Where they just come and do very quick. Sometimes they give them projects, sometimes it's just in G to just to be there to see you to sort of gain some sort of experience, right? It counts as experience. Okay. So now if you're not a bursar, it's a bit difficult, because now you are basically an outsider. They're not gaining anything from offering you for quick. You're the one who's going to be gaining something, right? Now, for me, I was just fortunate. I won't lie to you. Me, I was fortunate. I think I was frustrated at that time. I was doing my second year, I remember. And I was so frustrated because, one, I was worried if I'll ever get a job because I wanted to work in the mining industry, right? So my biggest worry was like, flip, am I even gonna get a job, bruh? Like it was so difficult for me to get a bursary. I was like, how difficult is it gonna be for me to get a job after I've graduated, And also, I was not sure if this is really something I really want to do. I just needed that confirmation to say yes. You know what I mean? Because you watch videos sharp, you hear stories, and my lecturers were not people from the mining industry either, so they were not really good reference for me. So as much as I'm from a mining town, I didn't really have much information about how the whole what I'll be doing as a geologist in the mining industry. I had no idea, no clue whatsoever. So that sort of it put me in a very tight spot where I was really frustrated and I didn't really know what to do. So my only hope was Verquake. Verquake is something I really wanted. So I wanted to do it in June, right? So I kept on sending emails to all these companies, man. The people who are in charge of bursaries and VECWEX. Usually find their information on their website, on the company website. There are specific people who are designated to deal with bursars, internships, and VECWEC and all those sort of stuff in service training. So those are the kind of people that I targeted, and I kept on sending my stuff there. I would send my transcript, CV, and I think a letter of motivation as well. I'm not really sure, but I'd keep on sending that to all these companies until I received a reply from this other company that I applied for, and they were like, they're not gonna offer VECWEC in June, or they're not doing them in June, but they do them in December. So I should try in December. I was like, flip, okay, cool. So by, I think it was October, November, I started contacting them again. I was like, yo, I need to do VECWEC, and then they gave me that opportunity. That's how I got to do VECWEC, and I'll explain exactly what I was doing in VECWEC, all those things a little bit later. Now, it's very as a geology student, it's very important for you to understand that you have BSc geology and you have BTech geology. Those are two different well, it's the same field, but those are two different streams. In a sense of, the other one is a BTech, the other one is a BSc, right? Now the BTech one, it's got practicals in it, right? Meaning you cannot graduate until you do your P1, P2. Practical 1, practical 2. I think that's what it is. Practical 1, practical 2. Now, what this means is that in your final year, you have to go to an industry and do some in-service and be given a project of solving a particular problem that they might have, or whatever the situation might be. And then once you get assessed and you do well in that, that's when you'll then graduate. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's BTech. BTech, you have to do in-service training in a particular industry. It's just how it is, right? Same as BTech mining and all those other things, right? You have to do practicals in a specific industry before you graduate. It's just how it is. So with BSc geology, you don't have to do that. You graduate without going to any industry, without setting foot in any industry. You can graduate. Do you understand? So those are the two different things. So which is why sometimes, so those guys cannot graduate. The BTech geology guys cannot graduate without attaining that industry in service training. They cannot graduate. It's just it comes as a package for them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Which is why when you see posts come out from companies and industries and they want to offer VECWEC or in-service training to students, they usually say they want a letter from the institution that says that you need this sort of training. That's because they are targeting those who actually need it. You know, those are the people that need in-service training, because they cannot graduate. They literally can stay at home busy waiting to get that opportunity. You understand? That's how difficult it is for them. Literally, they can stay at home without graduating, just waiting. They're done with their modules. They're done with all the stuff that they have to do in the institution. But the problem is now the in-service training. To get that opportunity, they can literally stay at home for years. I've had stories like that, and it's not nice. Imagine you can't graduate just because you can't get this in-service training. It sucks. I think that's a disadvantage to it. So that's a disadvantage, but the advantage is that you will graduate with experience. You know what I'm saying? Before you even graduate, you would have already seen the workplace, because I think in-service training is like a year or something. I think it's like 12 months, 11 months or something like that. I'm not sure, but at least you graduate knowing that sort of industry, how they function. You would have already even solved the problem that they probably have in that specific company. You know what I'm saying? So it's an advantage in terms of that. It's just the problem is getting that opportunity to do it is a disadvantage, which sort of delays you from graduating. Cool. Now with us BSc students, we don't have to do the in-service training. You can graduate. You will literally graduate without going, like I said, going to a specific industry. But now what we want is very quick, right? Very quick is nothing longer than 2 months, 3 months, right? Because it's just literally for holidays. It's literally for holidays. December holidays, sometimes it's June holidays, so mid year, and also maybe towards the end of the year. That's when companies will offer very quick. But like I said, they usually offer for their passes. Now, the cool thing is that there's MQA. MQA is also offers grants to all these mining companies. They offer grants to all these mining companies to offer such opportunities to students, right? That's the nice thing. And I was one of those people who got that opportunity from MQA for paying or for granting me that opportunity to get very quick, right? So it's not necessarily the company that pays for you, but it's the grants from the MQA. But I think the company that I was doing very quick for, MQA paid half, and then the company itself paid half. So you get what I'm saying? So it was now a little bit more money. A little bit more money. All right, cool. So I hope you guys understand what I'm saying there. So that's what I did. Some people would say go and volunteer as well. Go to a company and say, listen, you don't have to pay me. You don't have to pay me a stipend. Literally, I will find my own accommodation. I will transport myself to work every day. All I need is this opportunity for you to offer me this very quick, so that I can at least get some sort of experience and some sort of exposure. Even if it's a month, even if it's 2 months, go to them, go to these companies. Even if they give you 5 days, at least you'll have that some sort of understanding of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So go to these companies, man. You can't, for very quick, you shouldn't expect to see a post that the company will issue out, because like I say, they would usually just take their business, as easy as that. So just do go to those companies, inquire about their very quick. How does that work for them? What sort of students do they take? What requirements do they want? Do they literally want a letter from the institution that says you need, or they just want a letter of motivation or whatever that they need? So you wouldn't know what they want until you go to a specific company and say, hey, listen, I'd like to do very quick. I'm doing my second year, I'm doing my third year. This is why I'd like to do it. Please give me an opportunity. So go to all these industries, man. Mining, exploration, agriculture, all sorts of sectors, man. Try to go to all sorts of sectors. Consulting, go on LinkedIn, and because there's a lot of consulting companies, geology consulting companies all over South Africa. Go on LinkedIn, man, and check there, because you might bump into the CEO or the manager, or literally you can bump into anyone, the HR or whoever of that consulting company on LinkedIn, and then you can just send them a nice mail there to say, hey, listen, I'd like to do very quick for free. And they'll definitely offer you the opportunity, because they usually want helping hands, someone who's a student who wants to learn. At the same time, they'll also have someone who's going to help them around with whatever that they did, whatever projects that they deal with. And that already will help you in creating networks, because imagine they already know you, they already see how interested you are in whatever that you are doing, and they have your contacts, they have your CV, they have your everything. By the time you graduate, you can always call them back and say, listen guys, I'm done. Is there any opportunities? Is there any projects you guys are dealing with that you would want me to work with? Short-term project, long-term projects, create networks for yourself. So very quick can literally open all sort of streams for you. It can literally make you pop up or pop out from all the other graduates that you'll be graduating with in that particular year. Okay, cool. So now let's talk about what was I doing with very quick, right? So me personally, it was just for exposure purposes. Like I think for every very quick opportunity you get, it depends what exactly is it about. Some people, like I said, it's literally for in-service training. So if it's in service training, they need to get a project. You get allocated a project, and you need to, do something, research, go and collect data, analyze the data. But it's probably a short project, because you don't have a lot of time. Something quick and fast that you can. Sometimes they already know the answer. It's just a matter of you doing it. But yeah, you literally collect the data, analyze it, whatever, and then at the end you have to go present it. Now that's where it gets interesting. Now what I saw, it's when now they had to present. Now when you present in front of who? You present in front of CEOs. You present in front of managers, from different departments. You present in front of us, the students, right? So it's a great opportunity for you to showcase yourself, to sell yourself out there, to impress the people, because imagine the people that will be there listening to you talking about this project or presenting the project that you just did. You know what I'm saying? It's such an amazing opportunity. So like I said, VECWEC is a great opportunity to network. I networked with a lot of people. I know people today that I met there during VECWEC. I'm talking about students now that I met there during VECWEC. When you now meet, you're like, I know you from here. You know what I mean? I know managers that I met there during VECWEC. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great networking opportunity for everyone. For everyone in every stage of it. Literally. So for me, it was just for exploration. It's just for exposure purposes. So I didn't really have a project as such. You know what I mean? So for me, I was just allocated in a specific shaft, and we're like, okay, cool. Here you go, learn as much as you can, ask questions, whatever. That's it. That's all that I had to do. I just had to come to work and just ask questions and go around with the shaft geologist wherever he or she goes, right? So for me it was a bit, because I'm not used to the environment. I'm still doing my second year, still trying to see is this something that I really like to do. You know what I mean? So it was very, very interesting, man, and it was overwhelming, so I couldn't ask all the questions that I wanted to ask. Everything was just still new for me. I probably asked most questions just before I left, because that's when now things were like, okay. But at the beginning, I was just trying to, find myself, find everything. I remember my biggest challenge was, actually preparing and getting ready to go underground. Every single time I was late, guys. It doesn't matter how early I would come to work, I would always be late to go underground. And there was nobody there to help me. It's not like today. Today, where I'm working, I can find someone to help me. But there, I didn't know anybody, and I was still a student, and I was given a change house there, far from everyone, because I'm not here full time. Oh, so Bafetio, getting ready was like the biggest mission for me, because I don't know where to put what. You don't know where to put your rescue pack, where you put your lamp. Like literally every day, I would struggle. I have to look for my boots. Someone stole my boots. Like guys, it was a mess. And then I had to run. Okay, now I have to run and get into the. Just before you get into the cage, there's some facial recognition that you need to go. That thing wouldn't recognize me, guys. Yo, flip, man. Like I think but that's when I realized the importance of you learn everything, guys. Very quick. Hey, guys. That's when I learned the importance of preparation. That's when I learned the importance of time. Time is so important in the mining industry. It's something else. Communication, all these things I learned. And then when I went underground with that geologist, I got to see how you walk, guys. I got to see how you walk those long distances in those heavy boots, rescue pack. I got to see how you have to climb up on the inclines. I got to see how you have to work in confined spaces, confined environment. And I thought, okay, so flip. If I was claustrophobic, then I wouldn't really, I wouldn't be comfortable in such situations. Thank God I'm not. I got to see how you could easily get hurt. You can't touch this. You have to touch this. You constantly have to think about your safety. All the time, you have to constantly think about your safety. You can't touch that, you can't touch this. If this is moving, you have to stay. Like, yo, guys, flip, man. You can be killed by little things underground. For example, when a makalanyane, a locomotive, is moving around, you have to, give it. You have to, sit back and let it pass. It shouldn't be moving. Things like that, man. You get to see the type of environment that you'll be working with. As hard as it is, and as shocking as it is, because you can imagine, I'm still doing my second year, guys. I'm still flipping doing my second year, and here I am getting the shock of my life, and to say this is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. And you get to hear as well comments from geologists as well. So most of the geologists, they were like, "Yo, I want to change careers." Those are the comments I would hear every time. Oh, flip, I want to change careers. I want to open a business. I want to do this. So you can hear that these people want to leave. At the same time, I'm starting to do this. And you're like, you know what I mean? So it gives you that picture. It gives you that picture. So when I went back to varsity now, I got to reflect back now. Because I had a different perspective now. Imagine, I have a totally different, I had to now reflect back and think, okay, flip, is this really what I want to do? And then I thought about it, and I felt like, yeah, thinking about myself though. I'm thinking about myself to say, okay, I'd like to work in an environment where at some point I'll have to wear overalls and get dirty. And then at some point I have to wear those suits and ties and be at the office with the aircon vibes and coffee. I'd like to work on both scenarios, because I don't like doing the same thing every time. I don't like routine. I'd like to do, I would like to be in different environments. I don't like just being in one environment, being at the office the whole day or being at the fields the whole day. I won't be able to function. I need to change. Every now and again. And being a mine geologist, you do exactly that. You change literally, you in two different worlds every day. Two different worlds. You are on surface, you are underground. And trust me, underground is a totally different environment. I'm not just saying this, it is. Even the people there, the language, like I've told you guys in the previous video, the language barrier there is just different. The people they talk different. Fanaga law all the way. The emotions, people are also emotional. I don't know, maybe it's the heat or something. People just become emotional underground, man. The way people think underground is just something else. It's something else, man. And I think after you work also for quite some time, maybe your mind will also end up being like that. You just become a totally different human being down there. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. It sort of gave me that sort of exposure for me. So I'd recommend Verkwerk to anybody, and not just in the mines. Like I said, it could be in any field, man. It could be in any sector. Sorry, it could be in any sector at all. Go do that Verkwerk. If you get that opportunity, do it. The other day I was talking about the one at Nedbank as well. I think it's called Nedbank Corporate Investment Banking program, whatever. It also has Verkwerk opportunities. I know they only take a handful of people, but do try your luck, man. Keep on applying. Keep on looking for such opportunities, man. Some people do Verkwerk in varsity itself, where they go and do, go on the fields and do some exploration, help some MSc student with their project. Do that. That's also part of experience, man. That's also part of exposure. You will learn something there that you probably wouldn't have learned ever, and you'll then discover there, is this something I'd really like to do or not? Because you'll see it there. You'll be working there, during your holidays. You'll be working there to see, flip, would I enjoy being on the fields the whole day, or no, I wouldn't enjoy being on the field. You'll get that exposure for yourself. Do it. If they say it's for free, do it for free. Try to find such opportunities. Even if it's you having to work at the lab, that's also sort of Verkwerk, guys. I know myself, I would never function working at them. I know that personally. I also got that opportunity to be exposed to such, and I realized, flip, this cannot be me. I got an opportunity to go to Rand Water when I was doing my honors year. And I got to see what people do there, how they clean water, and the different departments that are there. Like you have your chemistry, your botany, all these different departments are there, and they're all doing different things to the water. And I realized, this cannot be me. This, by a long shot, it cannot be me. This is not. I don't see myself here. I don't picture myself here, and that's just me, But I can only know that when I'm there, when I see it, when you see how people work and what they do, that's when you get to see, flip, nah, definitely not me, or yeah, definitely me. You're more interested and you want to learn more. But yeah, guys, each to its own. So please, man, go out there, find your Verkwerk opportunities, and network. LinkedIn is also a great platform for people to network. I use it a lot. I use LinkedIn, and I think most of you guys maybe saw me there on LinkedIn before you subscribe to this channel, because I use LinkedIn a lot to network with people. I network with graduates, students, potential employers, you know, all sorts of things. I network with a lot of people and I learn a lot, because I don't just connect with people, but I also talk to them on the side as well, you know, and get to share our experiences, share information, and I find that very effective and I find it very helpful for myself and also for my personal development, man. But yeah, if you have any questions at all regarding this topic that I just had now, do send me an email. I don't mind. Send me a DM. If I do find it, I will definitely reply back to it, or rather it's the easiest way is just to comment down below here and I'll be able to reply there as well. And yeah, follow me on my social streams on Instagram. I'm at @Spudelater_, on Twitter _Spudelater. And but otherwise, from me guys, Spudelater.